Yeah, look, I haven't played many one-day games here in India, and I've missed a few tours, and even the tour a long time ago, I didn't get selected. I was dropped in that period, and I love coming here. I love playing cricket. I love the fans. I love what India brings. You always feel like you're always welcomed here with open arms, and we've got so many resources here. You've got great net bowling, great staff, the venue staff. It's absolutely fantastic, and the facilities are second to none. It's very rare you get to go out in the middle and practice. We're ever so grateful for that, and I think every single nation that comes here will say the same thing. We've got a great game of the IPL, great tournaments there. It allows us to go out and, compete on Indian wickets, and you've got a lot of net bowlers and resources to get better in these conditions. I think every player is adapting to that, and the wickets are always great, and I'm just glad I'm a batsman and not a bowler. Yeah, look, I was hitting them well in England in the nets, just couldn't get a run on the board. But look, for me, it's about I got a hunger and desire to score runs all the time, and I look back at that little phase there, and it was just a small hiccup. And as I said, I wasn't out of form; I was out of runs, and I'm really making the most of it at the moment. My feet are moving well. I'm getting my head over my front leg, weight's going through the ball. All those small things are actually coming into play. And when you're in that kind of sort of form and touch, and everything's going well for you, you've got to make sure that you're practicing the same, you're doing all the hard work. And I think I look back at the beginning against Pakistan, I trained a lot leading into that first test match. JL noted to me that I'd been batting for almost 2 hours every net session, which is unlike me, but I didn't play that Shield game leading into it, and I felt like I needed to bat time. And I think it held me in real good stead for the summer, and those first 2 test matches there, as much as I enjoyed being out there and batting and scoring those runs, it was the training that I was actually enjoying a lot as well, because I was batting a lot of time. Poor Sriram, our spin coach, was wanging to me every single day, and I got to thank him for that, because a lot of time and effort goes into it, and it's not by fluke that I'm coming out here and doing what I'm doing, but as a team, what we're doing is phenomenal, and I think we're just riding this sort of wave of good form and clinical performances with bat and ball. Our fielding needs a little bit of work, but look, I think tonight was a great effort. Yeah, for us it was about coming over here and trying to make our mark from where we left off in the World Cup. We didn't play well in that World Cup semi-final. We all walked away, thinking and what could have been, how could we have dressed that better, how could we have started better, and we quickly forgot about that afterwards. And yeah, it's our first ODI this summer, and it's away, but for us it's about trying to put clinical performances on every time we go out there, and I think we've got a great unit, got a great bunch of guys together, and we feed off each other very well. We've got a great bowling unit, we've got pace, we've got spin, and our batting, we've got great depth, we've got power, and we've got sort of guys who work it around in the middle as well, who can accelerate and go when they need to as well. So I think at the moment we've got a great stability, and it's good to see. I think we'll speak to our wives first. We'll both be 36 or 37. I've got 3 kids. Hopefully that's the last one. But anything can happen in that 3 years. You've got form, wives, family. Take one step at a time. We'll look to the next game in Rajkot. We actually spoke about this in the team meeting, about not thinking too far ahead, but we've got a great bunch of guys here that potentially, with our senior players, can make that World Cup. So in looking forward, I'd love to be there, but there's a long road ahead. We've got to obviously win games, perform as much as we can, keep our own form. But yeah, look, if I'm here, I'm very fortunate that I've got a good wife. Yeah, look, we complement each other on the field, but we're great mates off the field, and I think we know each other's games so well and personalities that we can have honest conversations when we're out there. If we're playing shots that we wouldn't, we'd reassure each other about that. It's purely we complement each other. It's just great to go out there and play the way that we do. When he's going, I know what my role is. When I'm going, he knows what his role is, and we communicate that straight away. And I think that's best thing about our partnership that works very well, and you know, it's great. I absolutely love it. He loves it, and hopefully, you know, we can keep looking forward to that next World Cup. No, well, I always think when you come to Wankhede and you know, we had our first training session on the lights, it always swings and there's a little bit of seam movement. And fortunately tonight, I think they overpitched quite a bit to Finchy, and he was able to get on the front stool and put them away. And they're the days that, as a batsman, they're not going to the fielders and they're going in the gaps. And you know, one or two of those that go to fielders can, you know, put you a bit back on confidence. But tonight was making the most of those over-pitched deliveries, and we got off to a good start. And I think the most pleasing thing for me at the other end was seeing Finchy transfer his weight into the ball very well. He talks about not doing that as consistent, but tonight was probably the best that I've ever seen him bat. And on credit goes to him, the way that he played was fantastic. But you know, as I said before, it was just great to have that winning partnership and be clinical there and none down.